Good morning. My throat hurts still, so not only is this stream extremely late, it's also likely to be extremely short. Good morning, Luxafate. Thank you for calling me Maple. Good morning, Masenko. Morning, Random Passerby. Morning, Accident. Thank you for calling me Papa. Morning, Fisty. Morning, Oni-chan. Morning, Kanan. Morning, Unnamed Blade. I'm not late, am I? Dunno. Morning, LDTGX. Morning, Sheeple. Good morning, Rainy Danny. Hi. Right before the stream started, I was thinking again about what the fuck does parasocial mean? What does parasocial really mean? I think over the course of the last year plus, I deluded myself to believe that I could form warm attachment and ties to random strangers in the chat while at the same time maintaining a stoic detachment. Where like I only reap benefits and I ignore any downsides. But what's become more clear to me right now is that streaming turns you into an object instead of a person. But I think the audience, no, sorry if this startles you, but you guys kind of become objects too. There's a lopsidedness to parasocial relationships that I didn't understand except very maybe in a shallow manner before, right? Where like I have experience being a fan of something, being a part of a fandom. I have experience being a K-pop fan to the point of obsession, right? Where I spend hours and hours of my day looking at pictures, listening to music, seeing their whereabouts, collecting merch, and occasionally there will be a moment where K-pop artists drop the facade and slip up, not just K-pop, but also even actors. There's one in particular that that comes to mind. There was one Korean actor who said something about not wanting to, I forget exactly what he said, but he said he made some derisive comments about fans who smell bad and how he doesn't want to shake hands with them or anything because over there like meet and greets with either like high fives or handshakes are very common. And I thought, I don't know, I felt like what he was saying was so horrible, horrific, and cruel that after that I stopped watching any drama that he was in because I'm like, how can you be a superstar and share your derision for the people who give you a life of luxury, right? That seems wrong. That seems unconscionable. And then at the same time, you see all these other gorgeous, beautiful Korean celebrities who grin and bear it through their meet and greets, and they even appear to look genuinely happy and at ease for the most part. I think it's that I should have maybe I should have watched Perfect Blue sooner, but even after watching Perfect Blue, I didn't come to appreciate it. And then here I am now. Yes, um I will I do think I'm objectifying you, Oni-chan. Yeah. Um there's this fear, anxiety, and loneliness that comes from sharing more than what I can receive from you all, because I come on every day, right? And I have backlogs of VODs that probably is close to, if not surpassing, 100 hours of content where you can get to know sides of me. And then each one of you is a name on a screen and some words associated with the name. Those of you who were lucky enough to be part of the book club while it lasted, while I was reading about economics, some of you I got to hear a voice, so I have a name and words and a voice. But for the most part, it's just like a name and words. And I've been complaining about this lately, especially, yes, I banned the word viewers, Kanan, because I keep getting offered to purchase viewers, and I'm not looking for more viewers. I don't want to pretend, I don't need it, I don't want it, because, I don't know, I got used to communicating directly with the chat, and I enjoy it, more or less. Wait, let me not get ahead of myself. I enjoy it more or less. But lately, it's gotten harder and harder to enjoy because sometimes, like yesterday, I want to talk about something pretty deep, but there's like 30 of you and one of me. And when more and more people are responding, and it's like 80% want to reject whatever it is I'm saying, or they want to debate with me, or they want to say that I'm wrong without explaining why I'm wrong. And then the other 20% are perfectly interesting and fluent, like coherent, but they write in paragraphs and the chat goes by and I can't, I'm struggling to keep track. And my eyes dart across the screen trying to figure out which parts to read and which parts not to read. Thank you, Luxafae, for calling me mommy again. Yes, if you guys were part of the infamous book club. I did get a few people to call me mommy in there. It was very nice. But yeah, this lopsidedness leaves me feeling very hollow. It's like I'm not a person. I'm not a real person. Um, and then if I get antsy, or if I get antagonistic, or if I get angry in some way and I show those derisive feelings like that Korean actor, then I'm being bad because you guys make me what I am, right? But you don't actually. I'm leeching off my parents. Right now, I reap no monetary rewards from just streaming alone. There are a handful of people. I can make a credit list, I think. I can make, like, even though these are streams, I could probably do like an end credits. You know how like people used to list all their patrons on videos? I think some people still do that. I could do that because there's very few people who actually spend money on me, towards me. Anyway, yeah. So I like streaming. I like doing my show, but I underestimated how borderline was going to affect it, my feelings towards people. And then I also, yeah, I think that it would have been cool to stay smaller-ish for a longer period of time, but at the same time, that would have been something different. I think that's less streaming and that's more like I don't have friends. So that's what I'm trying to get at. I think when I had a really small chat, I felt more like a relationship was developing with the few Moonies who were in the crowd. But the more that it grows and the more people talk, the where like I can't keep up with it. It's actually a lot. Yeah, I did like the book club too. I had a lot of fun. I need to read more about economics, finance, and also programming and cryptology. But man, I don't know if this is like, is this sexism? Is this like not sexism? Is this the genderism where I have deep interests in understanding technology and engineering and how things work. And I've always had that interest, but I think I can't tell if, like, am I deficient because I'm a woman? Or am I deficient because I've always been afraid, like, these topics are not for me, and I've always kind of just stayed on just the edge, just the cusp, like dabble in something for a really long time and think about it, but I never took it seriously. Whereas, like, I was thinking about this yesterday because I play more of The Sims, and I know almost all there is to know about the Sims games. All four games. The lore, the mechanics. I think if the full body of knowledge on the Sims franchise is 100%, I think I have at least 70% expertise. And I want to be like that for other things, like also mathematics. But I wonder if it's my womanness that makes it improbable or impossible, or if it's just difficulty. And then also it's like, am I really interested or am I pretending to be interested, right? Um, I don't know. I think I'm genuinely interested in Linux, for example, because I go out of my way to, consume information about it and play around with it. So I don't think that is something that I can fake. I think if I was truly not interested, I wouldn't bother at all. The other thing too is like I talk about it occasionally on here, but I don't talk about it all the time, right? These are things I do in my private time. So that's what makes me think, you know. The reason I bring this up though is because there are definitely people who like adopt a persona. Don't dabble in the dabbleverse. Yeah, it's like about getting your hands dirty maybe. Everyone's brain is different. Could be a lot of little things. Yeah, a little of a lot of things. These could be topics you are fascinated by but don't like learning about by reading. Might be better to hear a lecture instead of digesting the dry material. Oni-chan, I actually found the exact opposite, to be honest. And that's what made me confused. Actually, you know what? That did clarify something for me. Actually, I feel like I just had a mini eureka moment. Every time I've read about any subject, it's been more interesting when I read it than when I listen. Even for The Sims, I can read, they have a wiki and they also have these old books. They have these old books that were like, kind of like mini encyclopedias that were released with a lot of The Sims games. I could read those for hours and hours and hours. And then listening to a video is just too much. I don't prefer it. Or I like doing it myself. But I realized what you just said, Oni-chan, it's actually the same thing. Because I've tried to watch lectures on Docker, like, at least 15 different times in my life. I've tried to oh, I'm gonna watch this 2-hour introduction. Never happens. I never get through a course or something like that. But when I've needed to use Docker to do something, you know, pulling up you know, their website and documentation and following written steps works really well. Works really well for me. Um, Same thing with other things. I think, yeah, I think I. Is it because of The Sims? In The Sims, you can learn skills from a bookcase, or you can learn skills from doing things, and I do have a tendency to prefer using books to learn skills, and I'm like, oh, is that just because of the game, or is that because of my life? Anyway, I shut up now. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Do you think because you're women, subconsciously you can't learn as well as men that reflects on the outcome? Sheeple, no, I don't think that's true. If I'm being really honest with you, I think, okay, how do I say this? How do I say this in a way that doesn't sound narcissistic? I think I think that it could be the lack of rigor in the institutions that I've been a part of. That could be the defining factor, okay? Right? So let's say that I've always gone to like subpar institutions as like, let's say that as a general rule. In all of those cases, I've never felt like I can't do something better than my classmate because I'm female and he's male. And there's been many, 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 many times where I've outperformed all of my classmates, male and female. So, but I don't know, like going to that next level, you know? That's like, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you for watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. This is a daily talk show where a kitten who's smitten chats about love, life, and anime. Today is Moe Manga Manhera Monday. So I'll share with you a manga and some Manhera memes. The manga recommendation for today is called Mimi. For the first Manhera meme, I have two moods, hee and not hee. And the second meme, my anxiety keeps getting worse. I don't know how to talk to my own friends anymore. I don't have friends, but this is true because I don't know how to talk to chat anymore. I really wanna. I wanna. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, I wanna do something right now. And also, I got a bunch of text messages over the holidays. Not a bunch. I got like maybe 3 or 4. And I deleted them all without looking at them, without looking at the sender, without looking at the message because I feel too anxious. Also, yeah, yeah, yeah. Same with DMs. Like, I've been getting a lot of DMs even though I've requested humbly over and over not to get them. And I just kind of like, some of them I'll glance at because I'm still a little bit weak. But for the most part, I just close the message. And then I wonder if that's because like I lack courage. I think I lack the courage. I think I should, like, what I want to do is block everyone's number so no one can contact me, and I want to delete Discord because I don't see a point of it. And block everyone or delete my own account or something. But I can't tell, like, um it's I'm having a hard time figuring out what are the things that I actually want to do clear-headed, this is how I want to live, versus like, do I have the urge to do this because I'm being triggered by something? Do I have the urge to do this because I feel annoyed, or because I don't know how to, or because I'm not exerting boundaries? Do I want to delete Discord because I don't want to have Discord at all? Or do I want to delete it because I don't know how to tell people to stop contacting me? I don't know. I don't know. Find an excuse to be happy right now. That's the quote for you today, stolen from I really don't know where. Could be anywhere. My excuse to be happy right now is cats. No matter how much I hate people, cats are just good. They're cute. They're adorable. Even when they're like angry or upset, they're just good. They're good all the way around. Yeah. Cats are worth being happy. Yeah, the stream is over now.